What's up? Special Monday night edition. Turn the volume on your TV if you're watching Monday Night Football. You can keep watching it, but listen to us. Don't listen to them. Turn your volume down on the television and listen to Talking Sports with the 12th Man. We got all you need right here. College football, NBA, everything.
We cooking tonight, as they say. Let's get it.
We're going to take Denver.
I'm surprised JQ was on, man.
Wait, whoa. Easy. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Don't do that. Listen, they got the monkey off their back by beating Michigan. That's what they had to have. One or two. They won 16 straight games.
Something about 13-10 2 years in a row. Huh?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But you know what happened after that last 13-2 last year?
National champion.
Went on a run.
There it is.
Hey, last year I picked them to win it all, even after that loss.
Yeah, same thing. I'm picking you guys, same thing, man. So I'm sure you love. Like I said, I just had a feeling that was we were due, man. But should be interesting. To say the least.
Yeah, one had his division, his stuff divided. Signing day, Chris Henry Jr. not being focused. It's okay. Listen, give Indiana all the credit. They played a good game. They gave up 13 points. So not mad.
Yeah, I was surprised at Indiana's defense. I didn't think they would be able to do that, and not surprised at Ohio State's defense. But if you're Ryan Day, I don't think anybody kicks a field goal on 4th and 1 anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Pee-wee football, high school football, college. And look, I know the drive before that you went for it on 4th and 1 and you failed. But still, I don't think anybody kicked field goals anymore on 4th and 1.
It was just a lot. A shank, and the play calling was bad, but the defense was good. But think about it. Your offensive coordinator got the job on signing day. Mm-hmm. To keep Chris Henry Jr. I think they felt like we just can go do what we want to do against Indiana and win. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There it is. Let's get this party started.
Andre picked Indiana in that game too, didn't he?
I think Gary picked Indiana too. Gary picked with me. Yeah.
Wow, that was a good call.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't because I hate Ohio State. I was just like, man, I just think Indiana had a lot to prove, man. So, and I was impressed.
They had beat them in 30 tries. They had lost 30 straight games to them. So it's
like, they did. Right. Yeah,
you got to win. At 30 straight. Yeah. When I was hearing all those stats and how many times that they've been just slaughtered, it's like, wow.
And Richard is hi Richard. Yeah, I think he put Richard.
Yeah.
I think he also did as well. That's because he hates Ohio State and JQ. It feels like, but that's a whole other conversation. Man.
Richard also said that North Texas was going to beat Tulane by 17. It's more like the other way around, Richard. Thanks for tuning in, Richard.
But you know what? I got to give Richard credit. He also picked Detroit to beat Dallas.
Yeah, we all picked Dallas. And I was like, man, no one saw that coming, man. That was, we had some interesting. That's why it's called sport, gentlemen. That's why you play to win the game. Hello, from Edwards over here. But let's get this party started here. We got a lot of things to jump into.
We don't play to just play it.
You play to win the game. Hello, man.
Oh my God, they didn't call face mask on that. See,
yeah. That's all craziness.
Sorry.
Let's throw out to this. Let's get a quick shout out to how to follow us. The drill. At the number 12 THMAN Sports Facebook, where you're watching this now. Follow us on Twitter, X, same thing, and then we're on YouTube. Let me get the crowd going. I always forget to do that. I'm still getting over this cold, gentlemen. That's why I hope my voice is still a little off, but I'm gonna try to keep it going. And then we are gonna have a short show. Apparently, we'll see if we're done in about an hour and 15 minutes. So again, shout out to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And let's jump into a lot of things that we got to get to. And I'm just going to say really quickly, JQ, I know we had some little pregame texting back and forth, but about my guy, Dawkins, I knew it was over whenever the Joker said Reggie. I was like, Reggie sounds like that's going to the right. That's exactly what it was. He said Reggie. They went to the right. If I can call that and figure that out, and I don't even coach, you got to think somebody else know that. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it there because I was so pissed. But let's talk about college football, man. Let's go. We got some finalists to discuss, right? So you got some quarterbacks. You got a running back. You got Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from Indiana. You got Julian Sand. You got Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt and Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. And I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with that. But just to get everyone's kind of take, and it's going to be interesting. I definitely would think that I'm going to give the nod to Mendoza, obviously, because he had a great game versus the number 1 ranked team. And I think Sand can get it next year. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. But he's got probably another year. But I just got to give him the slight edge, man. Not that I'm trying to hate on Ohio State by any means, but that's
no.
Yeah.
That was a battle for the 1 seed. That was a battle for the Heisman. And that last throw, the out route for 33 yards to seal the game.
Yeah.
On top of the other one they gave him already for Penn State. He played terrible against Penn State. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you knew he's winning that. Listen, Sam might come in 4th.
Whoa, you think so? Interesting.
I think it might be Mendoza 1, Pavia 2.
Yeah, Love 3.
Love 3. Sam 4.
Wow.
I'd be surprised at that.
He played well, man. I don't know. That's a little.
I definitely think. I said this on the show a couple of weeks ago. In order for Sand to win it, I think he had to have a monster game against Michigan. He actually had a good game against Michigan, but I also think he had to have a monster game against Indiana, and he didn't have that against Indiana. So it's definitely Mendoza. When you look at the season they had, they're the only undefeated team in Division I college football as well. As JQ mentioned, big time throw to seal that victory right in a crucial moment. I mean, they only scored 13 points, so it's not like he was like guns blazing, but I think he did enough to hold on to. He coming into that game, he was the favorite. I think he did enough to hold on to being the Heisman as well. And plus, most of that is judged on what they did in the body of work in the 12 regular season games, not the conference championship. But I think that throw at the end of the game kind of sealed it.
And he already had his moment versus Penn State. But even outside of that, and you're going to give him another moment, which I know they're going to show, is the fact that he got destroyed on that first play and came back
and got up. I thought it was done. I think I sent y'all a text message that man, Mendoza's out. The game is
So it's all of that. But I'm through talking about him.
Yeah, and you got to go back to the big Oregon one on the road too. I mean,
that's what I said earlier.
He was outstanding in that game. I mean, and then your completion percentage is close to 75%. Which is incredible from a college football quarterback.
I agree with that. Everything you said. Richard, I guess he agreed with everything that you said, Jake. He was sucking up again.
I mean, if you look at that, he really played bad. If you're talking about Sand, I think he went from 2 to 4 in that thing. I think he went into that too. Me and Rob talked about it, and I agreed with him. I think he was needing to have a big 3-touchdown game where he just put Indiana to bed to win it. He didn't. And I think he was already in that finalist group. I think he went from 2 to 4. And I think Love would have went up, but then he got hurt in that game. That's what keeps him at 3. And Pavia just went crazy for Vanderbilt down the stretch. So you got to invite that guy.
Yeah.
So if you're being objective, that's what it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Curtis is the right next to the line right at that, the next QB too, man. So we'll see if they keep it going as well as far as Vanderbilt. But yeah, I mean, it's a great looking class. Obviously, just you want to win it, but and Jeremiah Love, man, we'll see how that plays out with Notre Dame. It's a whole other conversation as well.
But you know what's crazy? He got hurt. Every year that's ended in 5 had a running back that won the Heisman.
That is a good call too, man. Good stuff.
I can look at it. Every year that's ended in 5. If you go and pull it up, it's been a running back that's won the Heisman. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but that's a crazy stat.
That is insane too, man. Let's keep it going, gentlemen. We got to get to some predictions here. So we're gonna do the college football playoff predictions. Got a lot of great matchups here. Let's kind of kick it off right out the gates. And Gary, this is going to be your layup, my guy. We're gonna start with number 12 James Madison, number 5 Oregon.
Dude, that's not bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. They can't be
Oregon.
in it.
We already know Oregon's going to go. Oregon got that. Yeah,
they got to change the rules, but under the current rules, they deserve to be in it. And so that right now, it goes back to when I was a kid. I hated to lose. Well, I still hate to lose as an adult, but I know how to handle it a little better. But as a kid, I hated to lose, and I would always go. Anytime I lose, I would say, "Now I hate the rules of this game." But so we may hate the rules, but they got to change the rules, right? Yeah. Based on the rules, it's the top 5 conference champions.
I get it.
Madison is in.
I get it, but you're talking about getting it served up on a platter. James has to go across the country to the stadium to play with Oregon Ducks. Oh my God!
Hey.
Well, you can't take anybody for granted, but yeah, the
Stop
Ducks.
this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Hey, what's kind of, I will say, over the years of watching the March Madness, when they reveal the brackets, how they see the little schools and sort of them go crazy when they announce them.
But this isn't March
Madness. It's kind of cool to see James Madison and Tulane. It almost kind of gave like a March Madness kind of feel to it.
That's what it felt. That's exactly how it felt. You're like, is this March Madness?
In March Madness, you got to line up and knock another dude down and tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. And March Madness is completely different because a lot of those schools that get into March Madness are schools that those guys play together for 4 or 5 years, and they have an opportunity to upset a top seed because they have chemistry. Whereas in college football, almost everybody's been in college for 3 years, maybe 4 years, etc. And then with the nail money too. So the odds of a little daddy beating the big daddy are slim on football.
I'm gonna take Oregon by 24. Damn 18.
25. Yeah. Oregon's gonna roll. They should roll.
Yeah,
they're
gonna
38-17 Oregon in this.
What'd you say, Rob? 17 points to home to James Madison. You stop that. It's not. Listen, I give it
38-17. I said it with my whole chest.
Listen, only if they call off the dogs and they get a cheap touchdown to go from 10 to 17.
And
that's the only chance.
They're gonna call off the dogs at the end of the game, and the Duke's gonna get some points on the board.
That's so bad.
You mean in the midway through the third quarter?
That's hilarious. All right, here you go, Rob. You got Tulane at Ole Miss, as we like to say. So obviously, Ole Miss is going through a lot of they're in their feelings right now. What's happening with Lane Kiffin? You ain't a coach. Get the heck out of here. And is this Tulane's opportunity to take advantage of an Ole Miss team that may be a little distracted or maybe focused? You can go either direction, man. What say you?
Hey, y'all know who I'm rooting for in this game. Rooting for the Green Wave, but I got to be objective here. Oh, Richard saying Tulane by 15.
Tulane by 15. Richard, come on.
Come on, dog. Come on.
Come on,
hey, Richard, this is one of the times I want you to be right? I want you to be right. But I'm going to be objective here. I'm going to pick Ole Miss to win the game, of course. Now, these two teams played in the regular season, and Ole Miss whipped Tulane in the regular season. I do think it's going to be closer, obviously, because of the coaching staff situation at Ole Miss. I think the game will be closer. I'm going to go 34-17 Ole Miss.
That's not closer? That's closer?
Yeah. The first game was 45-10.
It was. The first game was 45-10. I can agree to that score 34-17. It might be that's probably about right because they're going to get a at the end. Listen, Ole Miss, if you're Ole Miss and you raise that much sand about him leaving, we didn't want him to coach this anyway. Ole Miss is going to come out so upset and be so crazy in this game that they're either going to win by 40 or it's going to be a close game because sometimes the emotions can get the better of you. And that's the only right. Ole Miss fan. That's the only thing that you got to worry about is they're going to be so fired up to prove him wrong that they get outside of themselves. But I don't know if I can bet on that. Ole Miss is going to be mad. They're going to be mad. If I'm Tulane, I'm like, ooh. And probably a lot of them dudes play against each other in high school, junior high school. You still got that level of familiarity with it. I'm going to take Ole Miss. If you can't be mad about this Ole Miss, I don't know if you can carry it all the way through the playoffs. But the first game at home against Tulane, without it to say prove a point of F-U Tulane, we did a better job for Tulane.
They can't be too mad at Ole Miss. I mean, at Lane, because, Lane is taking the whole offensive staff with him to LSU. And Lane let the offensive staff stay and coach the remainder of the playoffs.
They don't give a damn about those period victories. They pissed. They're mad.
Gary, what say you?
Yeah.
Tulane is just going to walk all over them.
Oh!
Okay, no, I'm just saying that because Richard said that. No, they're going to get beat down. Ole Miss is going to walk on them. They're going to. I don't think it's going to be one of those things that if they do start out too hyped up, I think they'll calm themselves down. They're just not going to be able to compete.
Hey, Richard, that's North Texas. That's not the same level of athlete that Ole Miss is running out there that Lane Kiffin did. And this is why you know what? I will come up here and eat crow. If Jay Madison and Tulane come out there, not that they have to win, but if they come out there and play a competitive ball game, we're like, you know what? They should be included. I will get on this show next week and say, you know what? I was wrong. I just don't feel like
you know, that's all Boise State last year got in, right? And the Boise State, they actually got a first round bye last year. Now they were competitive. They lost, but they were competitive.
And I give it that. But in this year, I just
Yeah.
And look, and hey, I understand how you and some other people feel, but right now, all we can say is I don't like the rules of this game like I did when I was a kid.
You're 100% right.
But based on the rules,
but all the argument would have went away. If you
Madison
take James Madison and Tulane out and put Notre Dame and Texas in, nobody says anything come Sunday during the selection process. Everybody's like, we got it right. So, well, maybe. You know what? I take that back. Vanderbilt is the only line department in the conversation of because Vanderbilt's playing really good ball too.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting, in NCAA March Madness for basketball, 68 teams get in. And yet there's still 69, 70, 71, 72.
We'll always
complain about not getting in.
We'll always complain.
So even I know they're talking about going to 16 teams, which look like that's the route they're going to at some point in the next couple of years. But you're going to have 17, 18, 19 complaining about not getting in. It don't matter the number.
Yeah.
When we only have 4 playoff teams, you still have teams complaining. It doesn't matter the number. You're going to always have somebody that's going to complain and feel like they deserve to be in.
Agree.
It don't matter the number.
It'll always be some complaints.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about the next game. And this is interesting. You got Miami at Texas A&M. Now, out of all the stink that's been happening with Miami getting in, all the stink, right? And then Notre Dame, decided to take their ball and not play. We talked about that earlier. Like, I don't want to play anymore.
But they didn't want to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
The Pop-Tart Bowl. Yeah, and that's what we're playing.
Birmingham Bowl.
Yeah, well, we're playing the Georgia Tech end is playing that game. Right? But
yeah, you know why you got in? Because Notre Dame didn't want to play in it. It was supposed to be Notre Dame and BYU, and Notre Dame turned it down.
Yeah, that's right. And we appreciate Gary winning Georgia Tech. Hey, you know what? We'll take it. Man. That's a nice bowl. So, but after all this thing,
where Sam Hill is a Pop-Tarts Bowl. Where did they play that?
Well, listen, things I need about to look up.
Orlando. It's in Florida. It's in Florida. It's all good. Hey, but after all the stink that Miami's been having about getting it, they better win this game. Now they're going against a very, very upset Texas A&M team. So this is an interesting
Miami's
game.
not going to win that game.
Huh? What'd you say?
Miami's not going to win that game.
That's what I was going to say.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
I actually hope. I'm pulling for Miami too. I want them to win, but I just don't see it happening.
You know what? You know why? I talked to him, Rob, because you know what I'm going to say. Rob is my muse. He knows because we've been on this show for too long.
Carson Beck.
Why I'm going to pick Texas A&M, Rob?
Marcel Reed, quarterback.
Yeah, over Carson. Yeah, over Carson.
I knew
Beck.
exactly what you were going to say too, JQ.
Yeah, we all know that, JQ. Yeah, come on.
The problem though is that it sucks for Ohio State. I'm going to take it to that because I'm a Buckeye fan. Is that the way that the quarterfinal matchup set up? They were screwed either way. Indiana's getting the Rose Bowl. Georgia's getting the Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl.
New Orleans, right? So if you're Ohio State, if they put them in with the other part of it to go to the Orange Bowl and Miami wins, they have to play Miami in the Orange Bowl on their home field. If they send them to the Cotton Bowl, if Texas A&M wins that game against Miami, guess what? You get to play Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. So Ohio State was effed either way it goes, and whoever they match up against, depending on how they selected the bowl to go to it. So I'm rooting for Miami so that we can actually have a neutral site game.
Yeah.
In that, because having to play Texas A&M in Dallas, I know it's not right next to Dallas, but who's closer to getting to the game? Columbus, Ohio, or College Station, so it sucks for them either way. They got caught in a bad spot, but if I'm being honest, I just don't trust Carson Beck. I never have.
Yeah.
I don't trust that defense either, though.
No, and he's proved it down the stretch who he is. Unfortunately.
Look, I agree with you all. I'm pulling from Miami as well, but I just don't see it in this game. And look, Miami is better in the trenches this year than they were last year. I'm just worried about Miami's back seven on defense, right? Their defensive line is better this year for sure. Ruben Bain, I got him as a first round pick. Francis McGowan on the offensive line as well. So Miami's definitely better in the trenches. I just don't think their back seven on defense is going to be good enough to contain Marcel Reed in that offense, Concepcion at wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good football game, though. I really do. And I think I'm going to go 30-24 Texas A&M.
You know you're a Miami fan, Gary.
I know I'm a Miami fan. I'm a big time Miami fan. And I didn't, I wanted them to. If they're going to lose this game, I want them to win. But
wow,
I can see them losing by 10.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I can see them losing maybe 31-21.
So you're picking.
You know what, Richard? I'm going with you, Richard. I know what I just said. I'm going with Miami. I don't trust either the back end of that Texas A&M defense. You got to remember, they was getting their ass whooped by South Carolina. I don't know what South Carolina did in that second half. They was down 31-0 in College Station.
Yeah.
To a bad
yeah.
South
Carolina. Football's going to be.
A lot of it was off of fluke plays, though. If you go back and watch the first half of that South Carolina game, it was just some flukish stuff that happened. But if you watch the second half, Texas A&M just dominated.
I got you. But some of the fluke plays was just an 80-yard slant that Buddy took to the house when he ran into the cop. So Miami got some wide receivers that can do that too. That's why I'm like, I just don't trust that Texas A&M defense to be able to take advantage of
Malachi Tony, that freshman.
He's going to be
I hope you're right, Richard. I don't think you are, but I hope you are.
I said what I said. I'm gonna go against myself. I'm gonna go with Miami by 3.
That's hilarious. This is the thing. So I don't really have a rhyme or reason whenever I do pick sometimes because I'm like, I just kind of get in the moment for how I feel, and after all the stink that the ACC raised and blah blah, and I think Miami they're going to pull this off. It's going to be close, So I think it's like kind of similar to Richard. It's like by 3 or something crazy like that, So I can see that actually happening because I don't think Texas A&M is as dominant defensively as we talked about. So they're going to Clay Carson's going to they're going to lose next week, but I think they can pull this off or the next game. Excuse me. So that's kind of how I feel as far as this one too. I just think they want Miami to get in there, man, or all the stink they didn't raise. But like I said, I like Marcel Reed too for sure, 100%. Let's go with another interesting matchup here. Alabama at Oklahoma. And if you look at a lot of the predictions, everyone's still picking Alabama in spite of them getting a nice little wake-up call with Georgia. But and I know Robbie's shaking his head because Alabama hasn't played that well in the home stretch, but there were all these little memes of like Nick Saban visiting Kalen DeBoer, like, what you doing over there, bro? So this is interesting. Another interesting matchup. SEC, come on, what we got?
I like Oklahoma. I know they beat them in Alabama in the regular season, and this game's going to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's defense has been outstanding the last 6-7 games of the season. Right. Brent Venables, Mason Thomas on that defensive line. They've been really playing well on the back end on the defense. And when you look at Alabama's inability to run the football right now, they have -3 yards in that game the other night. And look, Georgia's playing fantastic, and they're my favorite to win it all right now. And Georgia's playing fantastic right now on the defensive side of the football. Give them a lot of credit. But at Alabama, -3, I could have ran that with you guys blocking for me as an offensive line, right? -3 yards. They only had 11 first down. Alabama has struggled the last month of the season. They barely beat Auburn and LSU, and both of those teams are poo, right? And so, I think Alabama's struggling. I know they got some time to get it together here with Ty Simpson and maybe get healthy as well. But I just like the way Oklahoma's defense is playing. Their defense is playing as good as any team in the country. Now, Oklahoma's struggling offensively, but I think John Mateer has an opportunity to get better here over the next couple of weeks, get healthy. And I think you'll see a better John Mateer going into this playoffs. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch of imagination, but I'm going Oklahoma 27-21.
A blowout? This is going to be like watching paint dry. Like, if you want to go do any projects around the house and you want to miss a game, miss this game. Come on, man. This game is going to be bad. It's going to be bad offensively. Like, it's going to be 17-13. But I could see either one of them winning it. I'm only going to go with Oklahoma because I feel like Oklahoma got a bye week to get ready for Alabama, where Alabama just got beat up playing Georgia.
Yeah, it can be any way, honestly.
Oklahoma's got a good defense, and you allowed them to sit at home and watch and get healthy while Alabama got tormented by Georgia, and now they got to go play another game this week. I'm going Oklahoma.
I think it's going to be. I'm picking Oklahoma as well, and I think it's going to be even worse than what you're thinking, JQ. I think it's going to be like a 13-10 game, and it's going to really suck.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to watch.
It's going to be the worst one to watch.
I like. I'm gonna go against the grain because everyone's picking one way. I'm gonna go Alabama, just because they're gonna be pissed too. So we'll see.
Is that why you went at A for a hat? Is that Alabama?
This is not. This is an Atlanta Braves hat. Every time I wear this, I get that. This is an Atlanta Braves hat. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, their logos are very similar.
Well, 100% I get you. So I got to defend myself every single time. All right. So looks like as far as the national championship. So Rob, you said that you think that Georgia is the favorite to win the national championship. That's what you're saying.
I'm picking Georgia to win it. I think they're a team that's ascending. And look, you guys know how I feel. I hate Georgia. I'm just trying to be objective as possible here. But when you look at the way they're playing right now, they're ascending. Gunnar Stockton is playing his best football. Zachariah Branch at the receiver position is playing well. And you look at what C.J. Allen and the way that defense is playing. Kirby Smart's got those guys playing some football right now. They're playing a physical brand of ball. I don't think this is his most talented team, but I just like the way they're playing going into the tournament. And I hope I'm wrong. I think I would rather see anybody win it except for Georgia and Alabama. But I'm picking Georgia. That's my pick right now.
JQ. We know who JQ's picking. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah, we know who JQ's picking.
Listen, they had to have it. They was bullshitting. They lost, being ridiculous. They lost by 3 points with one of the worst offensive game plans I have seen Ohio State have since last year when they played Michigan. If that don't get you ready to go, the defense only gave up 13 points. I'm taking the wide receivers off the field for the tight ends. Throw the ball to set up the run. If they would just do those two things and play defense, they will be a whole problem. I'm going my Buckeyes to repeat.
I think Indiana, I thought they made some mistakes. And I think both teams left some points on the field in that game. Both Indiana and Ohio State, in my opinion. They both had some opportunities where they left some points on the field.
I agree.
And I actually think Georgia is going to beat Texas Tech in the championship game.
Wow. Well, you know what? They ain't going to get there because they got to go through Ohio State in the So guess what? Not even going to happen, partner.
Georgia is going to beat Ohio State. Texas Tech's going to beat Indiana.
That's that Big Ten hate. See that Big Ten hate that just bubbles below the surface for
Let's go Indiana all the way. Let's go Indiana.
Calling it like I see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Georgia over Texas Tech. Hey, I was right last year's college football playoffs. It was 11 games in the college football playoffs last year. I only got one wrong.
Which means you got
more than that this year.
Which means you ain't gonna do it again. Yeah, you keep hitting the highlights, Miller, off of last.
Which means Ohio State's not gonna do it again.
Oh,
you know who ain't gonna do it again?
It's hard to repeat. You know that.
You know who ain't gonna do it? LSU.
It's hard to repeat. I know Georgia did it a couple years ago.
They sure did.
Georgia did it a couple years ago. Now, look, I'm talking trash, but really, if I'm being honest, I don't want Georgia to win it. I really don't. I'm just trying to be objective.
Oh man, I hope to.
So in this case, I'm actually hoping I'm wrong. To be honest,
it's funny because I think all of us had different picks. I think JQ, you got Ohio State winning back to back. I'm just, I'm my homers. I'm like, yeah, let's go Indiana. Let's kick it out, man. Because you want.
Well,
so you picking Indiana, Andre?
Yeah, I'm picking Indiana. Come on, man. I like it, man.
Indiana. I think the Buckeyes are gonna.
They'll probably get them in the second game, but I'm just saying.
they're gonna beat them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
who are you picking to win it all on, Gary?
Well, I think it's going to be
Oregon,
a Big Ten matchup, and the Buckeyes are going to win again. It's going to be Oregon.
That was my second pick. I'd rather pick
Richard
Ohio State
don't
than
count
Georgia.
off the Ducks.
I'd rather pick Ohio State than Georgia, straight up, because Georgia, man, sorry. Georgia. Come on.
Come on. When Ohio State and Georgia plays against each other, I'm pulling for Ohio State.
Yeah. So
I'm just picking. I'm just being objective.
And we ain't gonna be and we ain't gonna be in their backyard like it was last time.
Yeah.
Missing the field goal at midnight on New Year's Eve.
They're not even going to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Oh man, this is hilarious. So Rob, a couple things to talk about. We've been going in the text line about Notre Dame and how ACC did kind of permanent damage, and this was interesting, right? So you're watching that, and Notre Dame's always been this independent conference, and like he has some points, but it's like if you were in the ACC, they'd be rapping hard to get you in there, So it's just we talk about that and what's been going on, and I think there's been some cases as far as that, but let's go around the horn real quick and do this really quickly, and we'll see about this because it's been a hot topic for the past couple hours here.
It shouldn't be. Listen, Miami is a founding a core member. They're 10 toes down in. Notre Dame is 1 foot in, 1 foot
in
out.
Every sport.
Yeah, in every sport. Notre Dame is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So if you're the ACC, who are you going to get behind? And they beat them head to head. So part of getting to Miami and Florida State and Clemson in the conference is of course they're going to wreck them. Like we're your participation there in Notre Dame, but you're not fully a member of the conference. Miami is in everything, synchronized swimming, bad, all that nonsense. They are in the conference on that. So what do you think is going to happen when that happens when they go and they have the head-to-head? I just don't understand it. Now, if you're Notre Dame, you want to include Alabama in that conversation and pull them in and say, hey, the two of us should have been in for the ACC and they should have been out, to say that. But you just came so mad at them for going after Miami. Miami is a staple of that conference. Of course they're going to try to push Miami to get in. Come on.
Well,
carrying member.
Beat them head to head. There's really no argument there.
Yep. That's the bottom line right there. And no, I think y'all are spot on with that. And, Miami's in Notre Dame competes in the ACC in every sport except football, right? They're not a full-time member in football. So who do you think the ACC is going to grab? But the bottom line is Miami beat them head to head. And I know they only beat them by 3 points, and Miami was at home. But if you go back and watch that game, Miami dominated that football game, right? And I know it's week 1 of the season, but head-to-head still matters. It still matters.
Now, contract, Richard says. Is it?
In my personal opinion,
it's not.
And I know I may not be in a majority in this. I think Miami should have been a 9 seed. I think Notre Dame should have been a 10 seed. I don't think Alabama should be in it. And I know people are going to say it's because I hate Alabama. Yes, I do hate Alabama. I'm not going to argue with that. But if I'm being truly objective here, and if you look at the way Notre Dame played these last 6 weeks, and you look at the way Alabama played these last 6 weeks, who do you think the better team is? It's Notre Dame. Alabama has not played well here down the stretch. And look, I don't think Alabama should be penalized for having to play an extra game, but even outside of the extra game, I know Notre Dame's only got 1 top 25 win, and that's over USC. Alabama, I think, has 3 top 25 wins, and that's the reason why they're getting in ultimately. But if you look at the eye test of who was playing better football down the stretch, it was clearly Notre Dame. So in my opinion, we just saw Alabama get the ass bust in the SEC championship game. We saw them struggle against LSU. We saw them struggle against Auburn. And look, I know those are conference games, and teams going to get up to play those games. But LSU, this is not a Cam Newton Auburn team. This is not a Joe Burrow LSU team, right? It's not even a Jaden Daniels LSU team. And y'all still struggled in those games. So, in my opinion, it should be Miami's in. They beat Notre Dame. There should be no argument about that. But to me, it's Notre Dame and Alabama to where it comes down to. And I would have put Notre Dame in over Alabama.
Well, to your point, Richard, I don't think it's a breach of contract because Notre Dame was not a full-fledged member for football for the ACC. So they can still do what they want in terms of not going to a bowl game because they don't answer to anyone when it comes to football. Gary, I'll get back to you. It's just that when they moved them ahead of Notre Dame, you saw what they were doing. Alabama, that is. There was no good reason to move them ahead of Notre Dame in that moment when Notre Dame beat the brakes off of who knows they played that last game, but they beat the brakes off of them. And Alabama barely beat Auburn, and they moved ahead of them. So they were already trying to, when they moved them ahead of Notre Dame, and then they put BYU between Notre Dame and Miami, knowing full and goddamn well BYU was going to lose that game to Texas Tech. They were positioning themselves to move Notre Dame out of this conversation weeks ago. So if you're Notre Dame, you want to be mad about that. I get that to a point. But again, because Alabama gets another ranked victory against Missouri, Missouri shouldn't be ranked, and Tennessee neither. Again, sometimes they're just cheap ass top 25 wins. And
no, we're not even counting those wins. We counting
Missouri was still ranked, though.
Georgia.
Yeah.
But we counted current top 25.
Okay, Georgia.
Vanderbilt,
Oklahoma,
and there was one more.
Was it Oklahoma? They beat Oklahoma.
No, they lost to Oklahoma.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here. No, I'm counting current top 25 wins, and that's what the committee is counting too. They're not counting top 25 at the time.
Yeah, but that's how they kept Alabama justified to be that high all the time, moving up into this last couple, because they said they were giving them those Missouri and that Tennessee wins because they were ranked at the time.
Right.
So don't kid yourself. They were 100% using that to keep them justified to be in that top 10.
So really, Alabama only has two current top 25 wins.
Yes,
Vanderbilt and
Georgia.
Vanderbilt and Georgia.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame is one over USC.
Right.
And then, like I said, if you look at the eye test, Notre Dame down the stretch is playing a lot better than Alabama's playing.
Well, yeah, to your point, Richard, the problem is that you've absorbed all the really good bowl games into the playoff system. So now you get a good, because the problem is you get a really good BYU team playing. I know Georgia Tech kind of fell off a little bit at the end, but they had a really good season too. And they're playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah. It's just the name. If it was something different, we would talk about. If it was like
100%. But my thing was, what about, you no longer have a Gator Bowl, the Sun Bowl used to always have a shootout.
Yeah.
Orange Bowl.
The Citrus Bowl is like the top bowl outside of the bowls that compete for the playoffs. And that one's in Orlando, and I think Michigan and Texas is playing
Texas. Yeah,
and you know what's crazy? They're playing Iowa in the Roller Quist Bowl. Like, what the hell's the Roller Quist Bowl?
That's in Tampa. That used to be the
Outback Bowl.
Remember,
they changed the name. They got a new sponsor.
Remember, it used to be like the Tax Slayer Bowl. You remember that bowl too? The Tax Slayer Bowl.
But the thing about us is that me and Rob know, as being SEC and Big Ten, is that even when it went either way, we always got those matchups. It was the Gator Bowl and the Outback Bowl, one in Orlando, one in Tampa, where you got Big Ten versus the SEC, and you would get just a random Wisconsin versus Tennessee or something like that. And it was like, well, what does the middle of those conferences playing each other look like? And then we mess around and get Vanderbilt's high scoring ass against Iowa's paint drying ass. I was like, really?
Paint drying ass. Alabama's one of those programs that's always whatever.
So JQ, who are you picking between Iowa and Vanderbilt and Texas and Michigan?
Let's go SEC.
I know you're not picking Iowa over Vanderbilt.
There's no chance.
I know you're not picking Michigan over Texas.
The Iowa Vanderbilt matchup is such a bad draw for Iowa. Like, so bad. There are other teams they could have played in the SEC where they would have a chance. They have no chance against Vanderbilt. No.
Man, about 3-4 weeks ago, man, you were talking about how Iowa and Big Ten was going to beat whoever the SEC
Iowa
had
would beat
the ball.
Tennessee. I did not say it would be Vanderbilt. I didn't say that.
Oh man,
it was the Tennessee and Missouri.
You were like Northwestern's gonna beat Tennessee.
No, I didn't. I never said no shit like that.
Michigan State gonna beat LSU.
Well, Richard had Andre and I eating our words on the whole Vandy thing.
Yeah, that was one time though, man. I learned my lesson, man.
I did too.
I'm like, Pavia, that dude's a baller. I didn't think I'm like, oh man, yeah, that was one time. I'm gonna take one time. That's all I'm going to say. One time. Hey, really quickly, Dylan Raiola, will he hit the transfer portal? The question was obviously Matt Rule fired his offensive line coach, which is his uncle, and that's not a smart move unless you have.
Because he's overrated.
That could be the case too, but you know, but you gotta look at the landscape of what happens if he does decide to do that, like we talked about. There's some interesting situations, right? He can go to Texas Tech, he can go to Miami, Missouri has an opportunity open, and
He'll be able to
LSU. Lane Kiffin's
and
gonna sell
LSU
him.
too. Actually, I actually have that down too, Rob.
Let me stop you. You do not want Dylan Raiola to go to LSU. That dude is trash. You want him to go to Missouri and have no expectations. You can't sit him nowhere with
good call.
expectations.
It's probably a good call. Probably a good call with that. Not LSU. That's a lot of pressure. But I'm saying I had those are schools I had on the list, man. I literally had Texas Tech.
This is after Indiana, so they can come back there.
Yeah. But anyway, Gary's gone for that. But anything you that's it for that. Let's talk about some. Let's give this some predictions here. But I do want to talk about the Colts, man, working out 44-year-old
That's wild. I'll be right back.
Phillip Rivers, man. That's like, what you do? Hey, man, what you doing? I'm on the couch. Hey, man, you think you come out of retirement to throw some passes?
I didn't realize Anthony Richardson was hurt too. I was wondering when Daniel Jones went out of the game. Why in the world are they putting Riley Leonard in the game?
Yeah, then Riley Leonard got hurt, and then it's just now they're like trying to stretch, you know. So, I mean, I'm sure
they're kind of falling apart.
It's just a call, see where everything's at. And then you would think that all GMs have like kind of a list of guys.
Rivers. He's with his family at Krispy Kreme Donuts, you know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said, Gary.
I wonder who this is. Probably a robocall or something.
Right. Hey,
what do you think about coming to the Colts?
His last year in the NFL was with the Colts too.
Yeah.
Oh, but
how
many years ago was that?
It's just I'm with you, Gary. Can you imagine the call? You're probably chilling.
I mean,
what about Ryan Tannehill? Why nobody never picked him up again? He's been out of the league for a couple of years.
Yeah, that just shows you how bad the quarterback is. The situation, man. It's tough, man. But anyway, that's just got to get some new life, man. But that was just, you know, even the guys.
I mean, that's when you're really. How old is he?
He's 44. 44.
Yeah, 44, and how long has he been out of football?
5 years. 5 years. Yeah.
I was thinking about 5 years.
No, has it been that long?
Yeah, that's what it said. That's what that's what they were talking about.
A long time.
On ESPN.
Wow.
I'm going to give him a call and say, hey, I want to try out.
It's just one of those things that, like,
I want all the receivers to walk their routes so they can catch up.
I mean, it's like desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, he ended his last game was in 2024 or 21, 2021. Rob, what they're saying. So, yeah, there you go.
Wow.
But it's just one of those things where, what you doing, man? Yeah, he is well rested. You're not lying about that.
So Richard said he's well rested. He's well rested, but is he in shape?
Yeah.
Is he in football shape is a big question.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
No, he's not.
That's why it's like one of those things where, hey, man, let's just see how you sling it. You better have other people to call, man. I'm just saying. You know.
There's got to be somebody else. That's just
Flacco's got to be ready out there. Hey, what's going on? I'm joking. Hey, let's get this going here. Let's get through some NFL predictions here. Week 15. We've had some fun last week, and let's start it off with the Bills at the Patriots. So this is a really good game right out the gate. Bills. Josh Allen did everything in his power to again power the Bills, as they say, and Patriots surprisingly well. This is an interesting situation because F the Patriots as always, like I like to say. But what say you on this one as the call? First game out the gate.
I like the Patriots. I'm going to stick with them. The Bills' defense, I mean, they can't stop nobody right now, right? They're struggling, and Drake May is probably the most accurate quarterback in the NFL right now, completing about 74-75%. And Mike Vrabel's got them playing a physical brand of football, right? I think they're going to get more stops in this game than what Buffalo's going to get. And the Patriots coming off a bye week, too. So they got time to heal up. The Bills just had a tough game in the snow with the Bengals, shootout. Used a lot of energy in that game, and the Patriots are coming back. Picked off Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
So, no, I'm going with the Patriots in it. They beat them in Buffalo already. I think they win at home this weekend. I'm going to go 30-21 New England.
Ooh, a world where they sweep the Bills? Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I just not that I can't. I don't like to pick the Patriots. I just
same.
I don't. If you're
I
Josh
don't
Allen,
hate
you're supposed to be that
I
guy.
don't
So
hate
how you let
this.
Drake May sweep you?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bills just because I just don't feel like they're gonna let the Patriots sweep them.
What's the score?
Ooh, probably gonna be effed up every way it goes. But I guess that didn't matter. It was snowing sideways, and they scored damn near 80 points in that game. 25-21 Buffalo.
Okay. Gary?
I'm going with New England.
Oh, Gary.
At home.
Both of these teams turning the ball over tonight.
7 turnovers in this game. This is stupid.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that where they each had like 2 or 3 of them in a row there?
Yeah, this is wild.
Nobody wants it. Gary's taking. What's the score, Gary?
27-21.
I am going with the Bills because I can't stand the Patriots. They can suck it all the way to Oklahoma. I'm going to go 27-20.
All the way to Oklahoma.
That's right, man.
That's a long ways.
That's how far they can suck it, man. Hey, let's keep it going here, man. We got our next game.
Why not all the way to China?
That's
Why
a
not
long
start with
way to
Oklahoma?
suck it, boy.
It's a long ways.
Long way. The Packers, man, we had a coming off a very impressive win over the Bears, and that was a great game, guys. They are now going to play the, again, very conservative yet, powerhouse Broncos. I'm just joking at powerhouse, but another interesting game at Mile High, guys. Are the Packers going to be coming off of that high, if you will, point being made with that, playing a very good game with the Bears? What say you, Q? I'm going right to you, man.
Listen, I'm going my Broncos.
Oh,
I picked them to go to the Super Bowl out the AFC. Stay with them. I think that it's not a flat game, but I just feel like I feel like the Packers don't have a true number one. They do it by committee. But if you're the Broncos, you have Surtain, he can shut down one side of the field. There's a lot more that you can do from that standpoint of it when you don't have to fear a true number one, a Jefferson, a Chase. A guy like that from the Packers. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. They're going to be able to do a lot of different things. And I just don't really always believe in Jordan Love. He's so up sometime. I'm going to go with the Broncos at home. Close game. I'm going to go 2017. Broncos.
In these kind of games, I usually go with the home team, but I'm actually going with the Packers on the road in this game. And the Broncos, give them a lot of credit. They've been finding a way to win games. They've been winning a lot of close games. They've even had a lot of close games and teams that I thought they should have beat by a lot more, but they still found a way to win. I like Green Bay. I think they come in here. Bo Nix have not been that impressive. I mean, they're winning. Give them credit. They're finding ways to win. But Bo Nix has not been that impressive. And to his credit, he's been getting hot in the fourth quarter, right? First 3 quarters, he does nothing, right? I don't know if he's eating donuts on the sidelines or what. Then he finally wakes up all of a sudden. But I'm going to go with the Packers in this one. Like I said, I normally go with the home team for these kind of games. But I'm going with Matt LaFleur. The Packers are in a much contested division right now, a must-win situation. The Bears are on their ass. So it's a key victory. The Broncos got a little bit of a lead in that division. So I'm going to go with the Packers on the road in this one. Close game, 24-21.
Okay. Did you do yours, Gary?
No, I'm going to go with Denver at home.
Okay.
I just think that they're tough to beat in Mile High, so I'm going with the home team.
Gotcha. I'm going with the Packers as well. I'm going to go with a 28-13 score is where I'm going with that one. Let's keep it going to the next matchup. You got the Lions at the Rams. Shout out to Richard picking he said, "Bo, we'll get it done." He's picking the Broncos too. Shout out Richard. You picked. We all picked the Cowboys. Sorry, Gary, that was rough, man. But
Broncos by 14. Wow.
Wow. Okay. So they're at the Rams. Now the Lions knocked off a pretty impressive. That's a good win versus the Cowboys. Now they go against the Rams. So what say you? We thought this was a good representation of the NFC. Well, Seahawks are like, we're here too, but what say you on this particular one? JQ, I'm going right to you again. Or we can go to Gary for a shout out for his dad if you want to take some time.
No, listen, I'm going with Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
Okay. All right.
Richard is saying he's going with the Lions by 10.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
I'm going with the Rams too in this one. And Matthew Stafford is number 2 in the MVP race, in my opinion, behind Drake May right now. And look, I know the Rams had somewhat of a bad loss a couple of weeks ago on the road against Carolina.
So did the Packers.
So what?
Packers lost to the damn Panthers too.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
They did at home too.
Yep.
But no, I'm going with the Rams. I still think the Rams are a strong contender in the NFC, and I actually think two of the top 3 teams in the NFC in the same division, the Rams and the Seahawks. But I think the Packers are right there in that conversation with them as well. But I'm going with the Rams at home in this one. I'm going to go 28-20. They're winning by 8 points at home.
Richard, this is why Richard, the Lions have a lot of problems on defense because of injuries. But what the Rams don't have is somebody like George Pickens who takes plays off. You still got to do with Nakua and Devontae Adams who give you everything on every single play. It's
all right. Yeah.
George Pickens took that game off for Dallas. I don't know if he was point shaving or what.
No.
But you don't have those problems with Nakua and Devontae Adams.
No.
True.
Not Pakua. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's not going to take any.
No,
plays
and what the Lions did with the Cowboys is their lines just beat the Cowboys lines up on both offense and defensive lines up. They destroyed them. Yep. They're not going to do that to the Rams, and that's not going to happen.
And
the Rams are going
to have a better plan for Jamar Gibbs coming out of the backfield that the Cowboys didn't have.
Right. So I'm going with the Rams in this one, and I think it's probably going to be a 31-21 Rams.
Gotcha.
Andre?
Yeah, this is it's at home. I'm just gonna give some love to the Rams too. So
okay, but you can't use that for the LA teams.
And I know you can't, and you can, but
are you watching this game? Are you watching how many Eagle fans are here in the stadium?
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you got whenever you take the LA teams, you got to call it how you feel like those teams are going to play. You cannot put any home field advantage in.
No, I wasn't. I was saying I'm like what my thing was more or less too. It's LA. Like I get you from that perspective. I'm saying still, the Rams are considered the top squad too. So that's kind of what I'm saying that as well too. So I get that.
And JQ's right about that. But if you notice, the Rams and the Chargers have a good, even though
they do
visiting fans, they win at home. Though.
They do win.
I mean, we talked about this a few weeks ago when the Steelers came to the Chargers. And, I said the same thing. Still traveling across countries and against a good team. It's still going to be tough. Yeah. And the Chargers won that game.
Well,
and so, I mean, even though the Raiders are the same way, the Raiders are trash.
That's what I'm saying. I put Vegas in that.
Las Vegas is the same way, though. They get a lot of visitors.
That's what I said. I said the LA teams in Vegas.
So this is what I don't get, though, is to me, the Rams and the Chargers, because they have that loud crowd against them for their home games. You think they're used to that, so you think they'd even be better on the road because of it, but they're not.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really just almost like a neutral field when they play at home.
It's like a bowl game.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the crowds, and I don't care who they're playing. It's really 50-50. Sometimes way more than that.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
I was going to say the thing is that just the Rams and the Chargers just have good teams. They built the philosophy on the lines, but you can't give them. I was only saying that to you that you can't give them any credit. Those 3 points that you normally get for being at home because of the home field advantage, they don't get.
Yeah, I was thinking in my head because I was like, the Lions
they still gonna beat the Lions.
I said the Lions played well. I like the defense, but I was kind of pausing, like, man, it's in LA. That's kind of, and again, more or less of that kind of factor, not because it's home field, but I was like, yeah, they're gonna get, kind of a home.
George Pickens lost that game for Dallas.
That's true. Yeah,
it's okay to say it out loud. He did. I think he did.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah.
This last game, rest assured, I don't know who the hell the Colts going to have as quarterback. So Seahawks sitting undertaking, but
it's going to be a rout.
Seahawks all the way because they the way they kicked Atlanta's ass, they should just keep rolling. Hell, they may have Spencer Dinwiddie playing quarterback. Who knows, man? Hey, can you play?
Not Spencer
Dinwiddie. He could be a basketball player.
Not Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's making us some shit. Yeah, and it could be anybody. Could be anybody.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seahawks by 17.
Yeah.
Seahawks in the route in this one.
They may have.
I want to give a shout out to Jill. She had texted me saying that she wasn't going to be able to be on the show tonight, but she wanted me to, talk about her Seahawks that are.
I was at that game. It was a whole ass whooping in the second half.
They're playing some good football.
Yeah, wasn't it like tied 6-6 at the half?
It was.
We was watching the Bengals game in the street like this game sucks, and then boop, the kickoff return, and we were like, well, ooh.
Rashid Shaheed to the house. Huh?
Yeah.
That was a touchdown though, man. To Darnell Mooney though. I hate that they didn't give that to him. Because he got 2 feet back. He did really establish himself. That was a shitty call, man. So it just But if you're a bad team, you don't get those calls, man. Just
listen. Like the Bengals, bad teams find a way to lose games.
That's true too. That's true. I don't want you
to I hear you, my brother.
It's tough, man. It is so tough.
Even if your receiver is alligator arms for those passes, he
messed up his bag. He's gonna have to come back and have a crazy game this weekend.
Well, it's bullshit.
Interesting. Rob, we got about 15 minutes here, Rob. Let's talk a little. I do want to kind of get yeah, I know, Gary's. We're trying to save you a little of that, unless you want to talk about that, Gary. We'll give you some time to kind of comment on that. Talk about the NFL mock draft going in, the quick update as far as that, and then what's kind of the deepest positions, Rob, as we get ready for, because I'm excited too, because all I got going for me in my life is the next draft coming up here, man. So there you go.
Yeah, I like the edge rushers and offensive tackles in this draft.
We need both. And cornerbacks too.
Quarterbacks at the top of the draft.
Corner.
And there's even some quarterbacks that could be projects in the mid rounds too, right? There's some that kind of fell off a little bit that could be projects for various reasons that you can take a flyer on as well. But this is my second official mock draft. I did one last week, a 2-round mock. So this is based on the current draft order. Obviously, this is not the final draft order, but if the season ended today, the New York Giants would have the number 1 pick, and I have them taking Arvell Reese from Ohio State at the number 1 spot. And look, I know how the Giants have been drafting some defensive players, but the thing about Arvell Reese, he could play a stand-up linebacker. He can rush the passers and edge as well. So with his versatility, I thought he had a fantastic game against Indiana tonight, and they lost. But, he was all over the football field in that game, and he's been having a fantastic season. So I have him at number 1. I got Fernando Mendoza going number 2 to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, nice.
Obviously, the Raiders need a quarterback, and so that'll be perfect. So the Raiders, Tennessee has a number 3 pick if the season ended today, and I got him taking Carnell Tate, wide receiver from Ohio State. Wow. He's really improved his draft stock tremendously, and Cam Ward needs some weapons out there in Tennessee. Cleveland, number 4, right? Shedeur Sanders played well.
Yeah.
Got to give him credit.
Yeah.
And that's another thing with that game when they were going for 2 points at the end.
Why did he take him out of the game?
Right. Yeah.
What kind of play was that, man?
That's another question. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm seeing some fishy ass shit going on right now.
It's some schizophrenic stuff, Gary. Schizophrenia.
Yeah. Cleveland just announced that he's starting them for the rest of the
season.
They
got to.
Yeah. They don't have no
either that or
guess what? Rivers. Guess what? You're my guy. You're my guy.
Sean Watson.
You're my guy.
We'll see what happens with Shedeur. But right now, I got Cleveland taking Dante Moore from Oregon at number 4 right now.
Poor Dante.
Number 5, my Saints. I'm hoping that Tyler Shook shows us enough going down the stretch that we don't have to draft a quarterback because the Saints got a lot of needs. we need almost everything, right? But right now, I got the Saints taking Ty Simpson, quarterback from Alabama, at number 5.
Oh, that'd be crazy as fuck.
That would be.
Number 6, I got Washington taking David Bailey, edge rusher from Texas Tech. I have the Jets taking Caden Proctor, offensive tackle from Alabama. Got Arizona taking Caleb Downs,
nice,
from Ohio State. I got the Rams. The Rams got 2 first-round picks.
Of course they do.
And so the interesting thing about the Rams here is that they could possibly try to move up to get one of them quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because even Matthew Stafford, much longer he's going to play. So they're going to be a team to watch in the quarterback market with 2 first-round picks. Right now, I got them taking Isaiah World, offensive tackle from Oregon at number 9. But I got them taking Lenora Sellers at 31.
Wow.
And, yeah. So I got them taking Lenora Sellers, quarterback at 31. But they could package those picks to move up even more. But if the Raiders have the number 2 pick, I can't imagine them giving that up and passing up on Mendoza because they need a quarterback. The only way the Rams get Mendoza is they move up ahead of the Raiders to their number 1 slot. I got the Bengals taking Peter Woods, defensive tackle from Clemson.
No,
at number 10.
Stop that shit. If they take anybody else from fucking Clemson or Michigan on the offensive defensive lines, I'm gonna sell all my fucking jerseys. Hell no.
God, I hope they take it.
Jesus.
No. They're going to take him now for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming up for the garage sale.
Oh, man.
JQ.
Hey,
what?
Hey, you want defense?
Not from Clemson or Michigan. No, I don't.
Why did Clemson got to do it?
Well,
Why Clemson?
Back.
Why Clemson? Why Clemson? Now? We get Michigan, but
We
why?
want trade
Listen,
back and
Ralph
get
Murphy.
Kendrick Falk from Auburn?
And listen, all the dudes that we drafted from Clemson that ain't been shit. Don't
There you
draft
go.
nobody from the defensive line from Clemson or Michigan. Nobody.
All right, Mike Mayock.
Well, Peter Woods. This is what I got y'all taking right now. All right. I'll skip around a little bit here. Let's talk about some big names. Let's see. I got Spencer Fano, offensive tackle from Utah, going to the Chiefs. They desperately need offensive line. Dallas got 2 first-round picks. I got them taking Francis McGore, offensive tackle from Miami, at 15. And then I got them taking an edge rusher at 28. Mateo Ugunglier, edge rusher from Oregon. DJ's younger brother. He should have been an edge rusher himself instead of playing.
He said all the time.
So I got the Cowboys addressing the trenches, offensive tackle, and an edge rusher at 28. JQ may want to hear this. Caden McDonald from Ohio State. Got him going to Cleveland at 27. Defensive tackle. And, boy, you can trade down and get him, JQ.
Please.
Well, Peter Woods is a better athlete and
Peter Woods
prospect,
ain't gonna be
though. Let's see. Cleveland got 2 first-round picks, too. I think
Of course they do. They got like 10 first-round picks going in the next 2 years. What they going to do with them? Hey.
Houston Texans need a wide receiver. I got them taking Denzel Boston from
Nice.
Washington. Sonny Styles from Ohio State. I got them going 23 to Philadelphia.
Oof.
And, but we won't have to cover all of them. A.J. Terrell's younger brother, Adrian Terrell, I got him going to New England at 30.
If you get Philadelphia, Sonny Styles.
Thought I heard the Georgia Bulldog.
Ooh.
Hmm?
I don't want to see that for Philadelphia. You don't want that shit either, Gary. Ugh.
I only got one Georgia Bulldog in the first round. It's C.J. Allen, linebacker to San Francisco at 26.
That's a great fit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, let's keep it moving here. Top 5 teams here, then we're going to get your last thoughts here as we get ready. We got about 5 minutes or so for JQ to before we end the show here, so we can get to the last thoughts in here. So go ahead.
I watch football. Y'all got it.
I got the Patriots 1. I got the Broncos 2. Got the Rams 3. Seahawks 4. Packers 5.
Oh, shit. Freaking, that's fun. Anything you want to talk about, JQ, before we wrap up or no, man?
Nope. I was myself that damn Clemson shit.
Peter Woods.
Oh, man. Gary, what you got to say, my guy?
Got to draft the best players, man. You can't worry about what school.
Yes, I can, because sometimes it's just a thing. And if you don't want to look at the thing, Sometimes it's just a thing. I'm still waiting on Miles Murphy to do anything. You know where he went? Clemson.
Okay, Richard, my question is, Richard, if you're still on, do you have any questions or comments for these guys regarding your head coach or whatever you want to talk about, Richard? You may be typing something up.
Gotcha.
Who MVP Baker Mayfield? I don't know.
What's up with JJ McCarthy, man?
Baker Mayfield
to the Saints this weekend.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield's been struggling.
That's crazy how he was so hot out the gate. Hey, what about JJ McCarthy? That's interesting how he's been kind of like, Alabama coach. What about Alabama, Richard?
He's stuck now.
Bye. Yeah.
They got the offensive coordinator for Alabama for his Oregon State Beavers. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Rob, what's your thoughts on that?
How is he still on the sidelines? Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about him, to be honest. But
you know what?
I saw the clip. I saw the clip that he had been hired.
Oregon State.
Yeah, that was interesting. What's wrong? I was going to say, Rob, your topic. What's wrong with the Clippers? They old. That was going to say about that, man.
And dysfunctional.
The old dysfunctional. Chris Paul. What the hell? That's just.
Hey, on the side note, James Harden, 10th all-time scoring list. He passed Carmelo Anthony.
He did.
Just moving to 10th place on all-time scoring list. Still hitting that step-back jumper.
Anyway, that's why we're going to.
What I told Richard on the phone is I didn't know much about him either, other than that if he goes there, he came from a big program and he does something, he's gone.
Yeah.
Look,
he followed Caden DeBoer to Alabama from Washington. They won a national championship game a few years ago. So, I mean, obviously, Caden DeBoer is considered an offensive mind, and obviously he coached under DeBoer. So, I mean, I would think he has something that he could bring to Oregon State in that new Pac-12 conference.
The new Pac-12 is going to be on the Power 5 thing.
They're going to be it's the Power 6 now.
Sorry.
Pac-12. No, I mean not the Power 6.
Group of 6.
Group of 6.
Why not just stay in Alabama and wait on a better job?
That's a good call too.
No, sometimes you got to go to those kinds.
Sometimes you got to take the job, though.
You got to go take a job like that.
I did say sometimes you got to take the job. Sometimes you got to take the job.
You take a shitty job and you never get a chance to get that better job.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you have to go win. You can't win in that new Pac-12. You see the team's going to be there.
But ain't nobody going to respect it. And you ain't going to – that's the guarantee.
Hey, look. You just saw John Summerall win at Tulane 2 years in a row. He's got a job at Florida now, right? You just saw the guy at Memphis, Ryan Silverfield's got a job in Arkansas right now, right? You just saw the guy James Madison, Bob Chesney, he's got a job at UCLA. He was in the conversation for Penn State, right? So if you go to these schools, I mean, you look at the schools in that new Pac-12, Washington State, Boise State, UNLV, you got to go in that league and win.
I hear what you're saying. I've been in Tuscaloosa, eating hot boiled peanuts and waiting on a better job.
But it's, how many coordinators are going straight to a head coaching job in the Power 4 conference?
Listen, I'm not saying
unless your name was Kirby Smart and you coached under Nick Saban.
He's going to Florida rich talent where he's used to recruiting out of Florida and be able to get Florida talent. Good luck at Washington State.
Yeah.
Oregon State, same difference. Yeah. Oregon State, Washington State, Alberta State,
Oklahoma State, your mama state.
Lane Kiffin. We're gonna talk about Lane Kiffin here. He was an offensive coordinator for Nick Saban in Alabama. Guess where his next head coaching job was? Florida International University. And he won there.
Okay, you know what? You're right.
Won the conference championship there. Then he got the Ole Miss job.
You're right. But you know what you missed me trying to make that point? What state was it in?
Florida.
What state was it in? Right. Where Heartline's going? Florida. Not to the Pacific Northwest, to the outposts. Sorry.
Yeah. But hey,
except
Hey, if you can win in Boise State, where there's no football talent in the state of Idaho, you can go win in Oregon State.
Okay, we're gonna find out. We can revisit this conversation.
I mean, how many 4- and 5-star recruits you seen out of Idaho
Listen,
every year?
I try not to even think about Idaho.
0. What do you see a 4 and 5?
I'm gonna drop you off on the 95 up there one of these times. I'm gonna get you in my RV, and you go, but where are we going? Where are we going?
I'm willing. There are states I'm willing to take a chance on: Florida, Texas, California, because it's just where you got so much recruiting talent. Which is why I don't understand why Georgia State is not a better school, because if you just do 3-star recruits out of Georgia State, Kennesaw State making it and being on the thing, because they're saying, hey, we can take the 3-star recruits coming out of Georgia that can't make it to Georgia Tech or Georgia or Tennessee to go to South Carolina there and keep them home. You can do that in Florida.
Yeah.
Do that in
Same thing with Tulane.
you got Louisiana. You got in California. That's going to be hard to do in Oregon. It's all I'm saying. It's no shade, but it's still the truth. Argue with your mom.
Hey, it's going to come down to the right coach and the right vision. If you can recruit at Boise State,
But you're talking about an outlier. But look how long it took Boise State to get to that point, to where you're talking about them like that.
Yeah. Well, Boise State's been a successful program.
No, I know. I'm saying, but
years.
it took a while to get to that point where you could talk about them in that vein. Nobody's talking about Oregon State like that. Come on, man. Come on.
That's funny. Beavers. Wrap this up, Rob.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back at you next week. Thanks for tuning in to this Monday night edition. We got a good Monday night football game. We'll see if the Chargers go down the field and win this game. We'll see what happens here. Next week, I'm available any night of the week, fellas. So it's totally up to y'all what night y'all want to roll. But next week, I'm available any night of the week. And so stay tuned. We'll be back on next week. Obviously, we're going to get closer to the college football playoffs. I don't even think we need to spend much time talking about it in much of these bowl games, because I don't know if it's even important. But it's college football playoff, NFL coming down to the stretch. So tune in on next week. So y'all want to hear from us on next week. We want to hear from y'all in Virginia. We want to hear from y'all talking about James Madison. We want to hear from New Orleans talking about Tulane. We want to make JQ mad. We want people calling in talking about James.
Yeah, when they get their doors blown off, they're going to turn their phones off. So we phone sit down on the bottom like this. They don't want to tune in at all.
Mm-hmm.
Have a wonderful week, Richard. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. We'll talk
Next
soon.
week, everyone.
Love the jersey,
We'll be
Jay.
back.
Appreciate that, man. That's what we're talking about, man.
Nobody wants to go to Oregon State. And also, we got to talk about
The head coaching job, man. It's still better than being.
It ain't. Not in Alabama. I'm sure his check is still real nice. He ain't got to pay. Listen, they living on a fat-ass house in Tuscaloosa where it ain't hard to fucking go to Walmart and get what you need. Like,
who wants to live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, man?
Live in
Corvallis, Oregon.
Corvallis is a hell of a lot nicer than Tuscaloosa, you dipshit. Come on. You gotta get real with that. Jeez.
Who wants to live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, man?
Hours.
You've been there, man.
You can be in Atlanta in 2.5 hours. Where you going to be in Corvallis for 2.5 hours? Maybe Vancouver?
Portland, Oregon,
Seattle,
Seattle,
Washington. I'll give you Seattle.
LA,
Okay.
Seattle, San Francisco.
Vancouver, Canada.
Everybody trying to go to no damn Corvallis.
You asked me. I told you.
Richard and Gary, y'all better stay home.
Not me.
All right, gentlemen. We gotta let JQ off the show. We gotta let him free. Set me free. Let me go, gentlemen. Next week. Let me free. Let you go. See you guys next week. Good night, fellas.
Good night, fellas.
Stop stirring me up, JQ. Stop it.
JQ got stirred up ever since Peter Woods going to it's just a mock draft too. It's not even a real draft yet. It's a mock draft. It just got him fired.
Listen, just the
very thought of him. Boy, JQ was on fire.
You guys all need your beauty rest. Get some rest.
I do.